People call him the new Messi, the Messi of Real Madrid. And he is Brahim Diaz. Let's delve into the fascinating story of this talented young man. Born in 1999, Diaz began his career in his hometown of Malaga, Spain. But at just 16 years old, he was brought to Manchester City for a fee of around $200,000, a significant amount for a teenage player. Clearly, the citizens were pioneers in recognizing the remarkable qualities of young Brahim. However, in the blue half of Manchester, it wasn't that he lacked opportunities to showcase his talent. But with Phil Foden being exceptional and perfectly fitting into Pep Guardiola's plans, Diaz understood that he needed to seek new opportunities. That's when his journey with the Spanish giants, Real Madrid, began. There's an interesting detail in Brahim Diaz's contract with Real that you might not know. The key lies in the additional clauses of this deal. Specifically, besides the approximately 24 million euros received for agreeing to let Brahim Diaz move to Real Madrid, the Santiago Bernabeu leadership included a clause stipulating a 15 million euro fee if Diaz joins another club in the capital. Notably, this figure would rise to 40% if the forward born in 1999 ends up at Manchester United. Clearly, Pep Guardiola once explicitly stated that he wasn't worried about selling City talents to other English clubs. But why does the Brahim Diaz case seem to contradict the Spanish manager's assertion? It seems almost like discrimination against Manchester United. Could it be that City's management sees something in Brahim that fits well with Manchester United? Or did the red half of Manchester express interest in the striker at some point? Of course, these are all just speculations. But this detail is quite intriguing, isn't it? Truth be told, the likelihood of Diaz moving to Manchester United isn't an easy scenario, especially when Brahim is likely to be groomed as a future star for Madrid. Upon his return after 3 years of further education at AC Milan, Diaz has secured his future with a contract extension running until the summer of 2027. Dubbed as the Little Messi, he is seen as a perfect replacement for Marco Asensio's departure. His style of play bears resemblance to that of his elder counterpart. And with Diaz, Real Madrid gains a versatile option as Brahim can feature in various attacking positions, from the left wing to the right, even occupying a central role akin to Jude Bellingham. His ambidextrous skills provide diversity in his gameplay choices. Nevertheless, Brahim's preferred position in attack is playing as a modern-day number 10. However, statistical data indicates Diaz's struggle to maintain consistency in this role. During his time at AC Milan last season, coach Stefano Pioli often deployed him centrally, operating just behind the striker Olivier Giroud. Yet Brahim's stature posed a challenge in such tight spaces. Moreover, his presence in the midfield area sometimes affected Rafael Leão, with both players treading on each other's toes frequently. Pioli acknowledges the need for a serious reevaluation, marking a pivotal turn in Diaz's career trajectory. The Italian coach decided to change Diaz's role to make him a true winger, placing him in an attacking position on the right flank. This move allowed Rafael Leão more freedom, while also unleashing Diaz to excel during this period. Now back at Real Madrid under Carlo Ancelotti, Brahim Diaz is utilized more on the wing, but is often encouraged to roam flexibly. At times, Diaz even drifts back into central positions, replacing Jude Bellingham at the tip of the diamond. With his clever left foot, Diaz frequently executes maneuvers that leave spectators in awe every time he plays. Formerly of Man City, he's become a standout performer this season, producing spectacular moments like his goal against Fabric. Diaz receives the ball, dribbles past opponents, and finishes with precision, reminiscent of Lionel Messi. This stat will surely surprise you. It's not Kroos, Modric, or Rodrigo, but Diaz, who has the most Man of the Match awards, ranking third at Real Madrid currently. With 6 Man of the Match awards to his name, despite limited playing time, it speaks volumes about this young man. His talent, determination, and desire to prove himself are evident. I believe opportunities always open up for those who are ready, and Brahim Diaz is certainly among them. On March 11, 2024, several reputable newspapers like Marca and The Athletic confirmed midfielder Brahim Diaz's decision to play internationally. According to reports, the Real Madrid star will switch to representing the Moroccan national team instead of waiting indefinitely for Spain. Renowned Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano shared the news, stating, "Brahim Diaz has decided to represent the Moroccan national team and has accepted the official call-up from their federation. He will not entertain any further notifications or call-ups from Spain and has decided to play for Morocco." Brahim Diaz's decision marks a success after relentless efforts by the Moroccan Football Federation. They have been trying to persuade him to switch allegiances since the lead-up to the 2018 World Cup in Russia. Similar efforts were made for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, but Brahim Diaz chose to wait for an opportunity with the Spanish national team and declined their invitations. The 24-year-old midfielder was called up to La Roja and made a solitary appearance in June 2021 in a 4-0 victory against Liva. However, this was essentially the U21 team, as the senior players were in isolation due to COVID-19. Diaz is fully eligible to switch to representing the Moroccan national team if he successfully obtains citizenship. Following this revelation, La Roja fans immediately expressed outrage. Diaz's impressive performances at Real Madrid were the main reason why many Spanish fans were angered by losing such a valuable talent. The 24-year-old midfielder has scored 11 goals and provided 4 assists since the start of the season, despite being a bit-part player at the Santiago Bernabeu. He consistently performs well whenever given the chance and has been a trump card whenever Carlos Ancelotti faces difficulties. The current head coach of the Spanish national team, Luis de la Fuente, commented on his former player's decision. "I highly value him and wish him all the best. Everyone has the right to make their own decisions." These words reflect the blunt attitude from the helm of the Spanish team. Despite Brahim Diaz's tremendous effort and dedication on the field to catch the eye of coaches and selectors, all he received was a dismissive nod from Luis de la Fuente. The current Spanish national team undoubtedly possesses plenty of talent, but finding an individual with high-end creativity in the final third, like the 24-year-old midfielder, is no easy feat. Setting aside the 2 matches against weaker opponents like Cyprus and the Georgian national team, La Roja only managed a narrow victory over Norway before succumbing to a 0-1 defeat against Colombia. Their most recent friendly saw them draw evenly with Brazil. Clearly, the current Spanish national team hasn't achieved many positive results, yet instead of giving Brahim Diaz a chance, they persist in overlooking him year after year. Conversely, the Moroccan national team has managed to smile broadly following their tireless efforts. Brahim Diaz promises to be a key figure in the future, helping the team aim for titles after a successful World Cup 2022 campaign in Qatar.